Hey everyone. Facebook's gonna cooperate. Yep. Hello, hello. Make sure you say hello and let me know you're here and that you can hear me okay. I think we're good. Hope everyone's doing well on this cold Thursday night. Hi, Diana. We'll wait just a minute to give everyone a chance to find us, and then we are going to jump in. I am sure trying. I don't know if you can hear it. I have my heater going. We are a little low on firewood, so we don't have a fire going in the fireplace, but that's okay. We will take care of that tomorrow. We actually got out today, which was wonderful. Had not been out since Saturday, and we were going a little stir crazy. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. If I could get my feet and my hands warm, I would be a happy girl. When those two things are cold, my entire body is cold. Whew. All right, well, I am going to go ahead and jump in. Today is Thursday, January 29th, 2026. Goodness gracious, where has this month gone? It seems like just yesterday it was Christmas, and here we are almost to Valentine's Day. So a lot, of course, has been going on, and I've been sharing all of that with you over the last week or so. We have our current mini catalog that is up and running. This goes until May the 4th, even though it says January to April. If you don't have one and you're not currently working with a demonstrator, please let me know and I'll be happy to get one to you. We're actually going to be using something again out of this catalog, which I'm happy to love. We have our January online exclusives that just released 3 brand new kits. And of course, you only have a couple more days to take advantage of bonus days. Bonus days is where whenever you spend $50 before shipping and tax, you receive a coupon code in your email that you want to hold on to, because then you can use those in February toward your purchase. It doesn't matter how many that you earn. If you place a $100 order, you would get 2 coupons, et cetera, or if you placed multiple $50 ones over the month, which thank you to everyone who has been placing orders, you'll be able to, of course, get those. Now, hold tight to those because I cannot see them. So if you misplace them, I'm not going to be able to help you with it, and I'm not sure if we can find them from Stampin' Up. So just make sure you take a picture of them, mark them flagged in your email, etc., so that you're ready for them when you place your February order. In addition to that, we have bonus days, of course, and product of the month. and it is this fabulous saying stamp set, which is awesome. That was the January item when you spend $75. So $75 would get you your coupon plus your bonus day set, which is the fabulous phrases. There is still a small amount of the December product of the month, which is that blue paper. So if you didn't have an opportunity to get that and you want it, obviously you can still get that. But it is limited to one product of the month per person. And when I say that, what I mean is that if you place a $75 order, you could pick either or if you've not already taken advantage of December or January. If you place a $150 order, you cannot qualify for both. Okay, you would have to place a second $75 order in order to claim the second one. Of course, we have a brand new one that'll be coming out in February. I don't know what it is. I can't wait to see it. But I will be sharing that here on our group as soon as it is live. If you haven't seen the news, we have a brand new Stampin' Positioner, which I am so excited to be getting. Mine is on its way. Actually, hope to come today, but it is coming tomorrow. So we will be playing with that, and I will be sharing that with everyone. But it looks phenomenal. But during the month of February 3rd to March the 2nd, if you were to purchase the starter kit, you're going to be able to get this fun project for absolutely free. Now, if you're a current demonstrator on my team or somewhere else in the U.S., you can take advantage of that as a demonstrator and go ahead and purchase it. And then, of course, new demonstrators who sign up during February will get it free. It is going to be available to customers soon, and I would assume that that's going to be shortly after the join promotion ends. So keep an eye on that. It's $49, a great deal. You get $125 worth of product for $99 with free shipping plus the $49 kit. Now, I wanted to show you, it's got grid paper that you can purchase additionally. It's got 2 different plates that you can use. And like I said, I'll post a video up on the page so you can see how it works. And then we will play with it next week when we're live again. But if you're, like I said, if you're thinking about joining my team, now is a great time to do that because you would get your discount, of course, and get that free. And you will have, let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June. You'll have till the end of June to be active and take advantage of the discount, which is awesome because the new catalog comes out in May. We get to see it in April, and you would be able to use your discount toward brand new product before anyone else. So lots of opportunities out there. In addition, one thing I forgot to tell you is if you purchase the product of the month through me, at the end of each month, I am sending out a PDF that has 8 projects with all the measurements, etc., showing you projects that you can make with that product of the month. So there's lots of opportunity when you place an order. Like I said, at $75, you're going to get the product of the month, the PDF. You'll also get a bonus coupon. And then, of course, I'll show you here in a minute, whenever your order is $35 or more, you would receive a free embellishment from me in addition. So lots of opportunities, and that's all on top of your Stampin' Rewards. So, again, lots of opportunity with only a few more days to take advantage of bonus days. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, Bunko is this Sunday. I actually had someone who had to cancel today, so I have 1 spot open. If anyone is interested in coming, please let me know. It is $30. and we play 3 rounds of bunco. You're going to make 4 cards. We're going to have some snacks and different things. We have so much fun, and all the prizes are going to be Stampin' Up! Products and or gift certificates. So again, if you're interested in coming, reach out to me as soon as possible, because I do have one spot that has opened up, and that is at 1 o'clock at the Marine Corps League, where I do all of my other classes typically. Okay, and then make sure you save the date of April the 18th. That is going to go up in the next day or two, and that is going to be registration for my Spring Creative Escape. I've already started doing some planning and picking out some of our pillow gifts, etc. So we have a great time with that, but you can watch for all those details coming up shortly. Hello, Linda. Hi, Carol. Good to see all of you. And then, of course, let's draw for our project. I've got product on the brain today. Project from last week. Now, remember, comment and say hello. Let me know you're here. You can comment during the live. If you watch the replay, you can respond on the replay, and your name will go into a drawing. And this is the project that we made last week. It is a bow card. And just a lot of fun with a piece of 6x6 designer series paper, and it looks like this on the inside. Okay, so I've got everybody's name in the hat that is commented, and let's see who is going to get that. All right, this is going to go to Betty Daughtery. So Betty, I don't have your address, so if you could please message me, I will get that card in the mail to you. And then, of course, if you share my video, please type the word shared in all capital letters, and your name will go into a drawing for a stack of cards from my stash. So I have all those people in here, and let's see who's going to get this one. And this one's going to go to Diana Harris. So Diana, I will get those ready for you. All right. So let me see. Oh, one other thing I wanted to tell you is a couple of you have reached out to say that you're not finding the last 2 of my YouTube videos that I uploaded, the last 2 lives. I don't know what the glitch is or why it happened, but I am re-uploading those today. There was some little glitch that happened, and so I do have to reload those, but I will have those up along with this one, if not this evening, tomorrow. That way you can catch up on those. And if you're not already following me over on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate if you do that. And I promise very soon we are going to go live, or I'm going to figure out a way to do these without being backwards. So we will figure that out. Thank you, Kim Lanham, for sharing. Hello, hello. Okay, let me put the camera down. And I know what I forgot. Where did it go? Right here. I forgot to show you what your gift is from me when you place your $35 order. So again, lots of ways to stack. And I promise it'll be a full pack. They are the frosted iridescent dots, and I love these. The 2 sizes are awesome. And again, you've got all 4 of these colors that coordinate with so many of our designer series papers. So I send these out at the beginning of each month. That way I have all the orders in from that month and get those out to you. So be watching for those. All right, now let's put the camera down. And I promise you that this is going to be the last Valentine card that I do. We are once again going to be using the Endless Love stamp set with this awesome paper, as well as the embossing folder, which I'll show you here in a second, and those fun little embellishments that are just so cute. Okay, and this is all part of this awesome suite, and I think you're gonna love what I've come up with for you tonight. I actually saw this card shared by another demonstrator, and I absolutely loved it and knew I wanted to do it and share it with you. So again, we're using Endless Love, in our wonderful new packaging, and then this awesome die set. Now I want to show it to you so you can kind of see what ones we are going to be using, because we haven't used some of these yet. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, so this one is going to be the star of the show today. This is this wonderful, nice, big heart. We're using that one. We're using this one that could be used as a tag. We're actually going to do something a little different with it. We're going to use the plain heart and then this awesome arrow. So those are the dies. But you can actually do this card if you already have a heart set. You can absolutely utilize that to make this card, okay? Let me lay those aside and show you the pieces that you need. So we're gonna start with a piece of strawberry slush. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you can actually make 4 cards out of one sheet of cardstock. Hi, Nancy. And then a piece of basic white. This is 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to need 2 different patterns of designer series paper, of which you're going to use that large heart and die cut those out. So I've already done those, okay? And then for some additional stamping and die cutting, you're going to need just a strip. This is a 1/2, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, this is a 1/2-inch strip of basic white. You're going to need some strawberry slush, another piece of basic white, and then some gold foil. Okay, you could also use silver. Silver would look really pretty on this. And then the ink pad we're going to use is going to be strawberry slush. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, and I actually learned this fun fold from fellow demonstrator Lynn Dunn, and she is phenomenal in the things that she comes up with. So when I saw this, I knew I had to try it. So we've got these 2 hearts, and what we're going to do is a crisscross, okay? So you have to start with your white piece, and then you pick the 2 hearts patterns that you want, okay? Now, a couple of things that I will tell you that you want to watch is you want to make sure that when you have these on your paper and you decide where you want them, you want to make sure that there's not a gap in between these. So what I mean is make sure that this is completely on top of each other, okay? And you'll see why when we go to put this down. But what you want to do is get these where you want them on your paper, okay? And like I said, you can move them over. You just want to make sure that there's truly an overlap with not any gap there, okay? Once you get those where you want them, move that one over just a tad, okay? You're going to want to get out a pencil and looking at the white piece, you're going to make a little mark on your heart, okay? So we'll come down here and do the same thing. That way it is flush with the edge of your paper. Now you're going to do the same thing. Make sure that your other heart is where you want it. I'm going to straighten it up just a tad. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to make a little tick mark with our pencil, and I'll show you that one, just so you can kind of see where you want to overlap on those edges, okay? So basically what we're doing is we're making a crisscross fold, okay? So I'm going to lay this aside for a second. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going to do a little bit of scoring on those tick marks that we just made, okay? So what I want to do is take the 2 tick marks first. Make sure your scoring blade, I like to score from top to bottom or cut from top to bottom. So make sure that your score blade is in the direction you want to move it and not your cutter. I'm going to line up those tick marks right in the track of this. and just score that one. Okay, so I've got that one done. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'm going to flip this around. It's just a little bit easier to work with when you have the short side to your right. I'm going to line those up as well. Whoops. I let go too soon. There we go. And do the same thing. Okay, so you should have now 2 hearts with a score mark up on the side. We can put our trimmer away. And what we're going to do is, you do not necessarily have to burnish this, but I guess I'm just a little bit anal about it. I like nice sharp edges. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take these and put these back over here on our paper with that little edge tucked underneath the corresponding side, okay? So kind of get them back where you want them. Make sure that they are overlapping in a good way, which this is, right where I want it, okay? I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to hold it tight. And I'm not going to put adhesive on the folded DSP, but I'm going to put it right here on the back. Now, before I close it, let me bring it over here. I'm pushing it up into the fold to make sure that it's right where I want it and I don't have too much gap, okay? This one shifted, so let me make sure I got it where I want it, and I do, okay? And of course, you can have a wider section than I have. It's really up to you where you place this. Okay, so that is going to go just like that. Okay, so we have this little fold that we're going to work with on our card. Okay, now before I adhere this to the base, I want to go ahead and stamp. Okay. And I'm using strawberry slush. And I'm going to use on the inside the X's and O's out of this stamp set. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to watch where my hearts fold so that I stay within that premise that this is going to be hidden, okay? And I'm going to do XO. XO. And then when this is folded, you see that it covers up my inside sentiment, okay? So it looks like this when we open it, okay? All right, then on that little strip, also in strawberry slush, I'm going to do Sending You, and I just took this off of a strip that I cut off when I was making inserts, okay? So it's not really got a measurement. Close this up so I don't make a mess. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little dovetail, I believe is what they call it. So I'm just cutting up to the center and then matching my corners to the center to get a fairly even ducktail. Okay. All right. So before I do that part, I want to take this and go ahead and mount it, now that it's stamped, onto my card base. I hope everyone is staying warm. I hope you've gotten out of your driveway. Like I said earlier, we finally got out today, this morning. Didn't have any trouble getting out, but when I came back, I got stuck trying to get back into my driveway. And I have a little bit of an incline, and and rear wheel drive, and I just could not clear it because of the little rut that was out there. And we had not really had an opportunity to get out there and clean it up. So needless to say, my son came over later, and he was able to get us all cleaned up and get the car out. And we are happy little larks. Okay, so this little banner that I have, it is going to sit as a closure on our card, okay? And it's going to sit right over the top here of that heart. So it's going to be adhered to the bottom heart, and then this one will tuck under. Now, one little trick is to take some mini dimensionals, and we're going to kind of look where we want this. I want it right about there. So I am going to put a mini, over here, and another mini over here, because you want to make sure that you don't put them right up against it, because you will seal your card shut. And then I'm going to add one more right here, okay? So again, make sure that your mini dimensionals are at the edge of that large heart, but not on it, okay? Then you can take your backing off, and you'll sit your label right on those dimensionals. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to be able to just tuck that little corner away so it holds the card shut. Now again, I like to burnish just a tad to make sure that it stays, okay? Now, we've got our base down, we've got the actual flaps ready to go, and now we're going to just finish up doing a little bit of decorating. So what I have done is I cut out that heart, okay? And I could use it as a tag, but I wanted to use it more as a layer, and I wanted to be able to see that definition. So what I'm going to do is grab my snips and just cut that little tab off, okay? And then I'm going to put this heart right here in the center, and I'm going to put it down flush. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Sometimes I think you just have to hold your mouth a certain way, as my mother always said. Okay, there we go. Now, I've got this little heart, and I have embossed it, and hopefully you can see it on camera. I have embossed it with the new, let me see, it is called Hearts of Love. It's awesome. Looks like this. And it is one of the 3D embossing folders, but look how precious these little hearts are here on the die cut, okay? So I am going to actually put that on dimensionals, but what I want to do is I cut this little arrow, and I want to put it behind my card, my heart, okay? So it's not quite long enough, so we're going to make it long enough, and we're going to cut that in half, just like that. And then I am going to add some adhesive to the back. And I'm going to stick this on. Oops. One like that. Me and these nails. Yes, I have got to go get my nails done because it is driving me crazy. Okay. That's pretty good. Let me put it up just a tad. Okay. So we've got that done. Now let's add some dimensionals again to the back of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the dimensionals over the top of where I cut this apart to give it a little more stability. And actually, I just had a brainstorm, and I'm going to change something that I started to do. Okay, so there is that. Hold, please. I want to grab something. If I can find them, there they are. Okay. I was going to use those fun little elements again, but we're doing strawberry slush, and this is more of just a everyday love card versus a Valentine card. So we can use the strawberry slush gems and it'll give us some shimmer. Okay, so I also used my bee punch because I wanted to add a few more little hearts. So from my gold foil, I punched out 2 of these little hearts from the bee punch, and then I stuck them here on my glue dots. So let me pick those up, and we're going to put, hello Linda, thank you for sharing. I'm going to put one right here, okay. And then I'm going to put one down here like that. Kind of tie in our 3s, right? And then I'm going to grab my dots. And again, these are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. And I'm just going to use the little ones, I think. Here's what I want. Obviously, I use these a lot because there's a lot missing. And I'm just going to scatter these, both the darker ones and the lighter ones. I might even stick a white one on here. Yeah. And let's do another one kind of over here. Okay, so that's 4, so I need one more, right? Let's see, let's see. I think I'll put him up here. Okay. We'll move that out of the way. And we end up with this. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Glad you could make it. And again, you just, when you open, you pull this one, and then you open this one, okay? Now, there is also, you could take this, okay, and you could make yourself a full card front so that you could write on the inside and just use this as your card front. Hopefully that makes sense. So if I had, say, a white card base, I could have just used it like this and put my white layer on the front, so then you would be able to still open the card and have a place to write. The other thing that you could do is you could always put a piece on the back to where you could sign it and send it out. So there's one like that. Thank you, Mary. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you for the hearts, so sweet. And then here's another one. Now, you know, I always do one first. And you can see they're similar but different. I used some of the different sentiments, mostly the same, but this is what I was talking about. See how when I placed this one, I placed it almost too far up. It's fine, it works, but it's kind of too high up when I was doing my placement, so I needed to slide it down. Because then I have, unless you really are anal like me, you have this little gap there, okay? So make sure before you adhere it down that you actually have your placement where you want it. And then the other thing is make sure that you do your stamping before you adhere it down. That way you can do your placement and have it nice and smooth before you have all that bulk, okay? And I just wanted to kind of enhance that, so I added the little square onto the back. But again, works the exact same way, and it's fine. you know, you can do either one, but I wanted to kind of change them up. So you have, of course, the little rhinestones versus the little pieces that you can put on. So give this a try. I think this would be cute with not just hearts, but lots of different elements that you could flop. You just need to make sure that they're large enough that they're going to cover the whole width of whatever your card front is. Okay, so give that a try. Again, super easy to do, not a lot of supplies really, and a great way to use up your designer series paper. So I will be back next Thursday if all goes as planned. Again, if anyone would still like to come to Bunko and didn't have an opportunity, I still have one spot open, and that is this Sunday at 1 o'clock, and it's $30. And otherwise, I appreciate you being here. Everyone stay safe and warm. I heard we're going to get some more snow. I think it's not going to be as dramatic and mostly not in Louisville, more south like E-Town down that direction. So if you are down there, please stay safe and warm, and I will talk to you all later. And don't forget about bonus days. You only have a couple more days to take advantage of it. Thanks again, everyone. Bye-bye.